Let Love by Common. Common hasn't dropped a solo album in 3 years. In the meantime, he's been producing TV shows, acting, doing activism, amongst a host of other things. Without having to focus on music for a few years, is Common still as sharp as ever? How do we feel about it? Here's our honest review of Let Love by Common.
Let Love by Common. You were really excited about this project?
I was looking forward to it. You know, saw that performance he did on Jimmy Fallon. It was pretty dope.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, the one he did.
That was Hercules?
Hercules, yeah. One with him and Swiss Beats.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool.
How you feel about this album artwork?
Hey, it's a cool album artwork. I'm not my favorite, but for the tone of the album, I get why it's like this. So it's appropriate for this album.
Yeah, it's not much to really talk about here. Let Love's in cursive in the sky. Common's doing the common face. It is what it is. Man.
The common face.
I mean, Common, like
he does have
Common.
that look. He has that defining look.
That's,
you know,
you can see him looking like that in the shot too.
Yeah, you can.
Highlights, man. Look, I got quite a few highlights on this. Her Love featuring Daniel Caesar came on. I thought that jump was fire.
Yes.
It's a continuation of I Used to Love Her. I thought that was actually really dope. Fifth Story featuring LaKaylee 47. When I saw that name, first of all, I didn't see the name before I heard the song.
Oh,
I heard
didn't?
the voice, and I was just like, is that LaKaylee?
I knew about it already.
I was on the highway too. I'm trying to unlock my phone. You know, I got to do the face screen, so I'm trying to unlock the phone. Like, hold on, is that LaKaylee? I'm trying not to look away from the road for too long, but you got to look at it for a couple seconds to unlock it.
Yeah.
But sure enough, it was LaKaylee. I thought that was super dope.
Yeah.
Leaders Crib Love featuring A-Track. I thought that was another really fancy joint. Show Me That You Love Me featuring Jill Scott is fire.
Yes.
My Fancy Free Future Love is fire. I thought it was really dope that he actually did something for Angela Rye, kind of finally admitted to the relationship and everything.
Yeah.
And I love the whole premise of this album being just about different forms of love, whether it's like love for himself, music, his mom, his girl, like everything's about a different form of love. His daughter.
Yep.
It's actually really dope in that way, and I don't want to leave the joint out of Forever Your Love, the joint for his daughter. That joint was fire too.
That was for his mother.
Oh, my bad, not Forever Your Love.
Show Me That You Love is for his daughter.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed that as well. Just the aspect of every song on here was a reference to some type of love. And I thought that was a really dope way to do it. Her Love stands out immediately. I love that third voice of how he's just acknowledging all like the rappers and hip hop artists today and everything like that.
You recognize Uzi ain't just trying to shoot you.
His bars is really, really dope, and I like how he melded that in. Hercules, that song, like when I saw the performance, I was just like, oh, it's cool. We got Swiss singing on the beat. It's all right.
Damn it.
But the more I listen to it, I'm like, okay, I'm really rocking with this. I like it. Fifth Story, though, man. I wish we could have got Kaylee to get her own verse, but it was still dope. I like how she did the pre-chorus and the chorus. It's really, really dope vibe. While the story was predictable, I still like the way that it played out. You know, it's still cool. Forever Your Love was a really touching story, as well as Show Me That You Love. I really like Memories of Home, just because like I really love when hip hop artists get on those reminisce type tracks about.
Did it make
where
you
come
start
from.
reminiscing?
Yes,
because it made me.
Yeah, so I really like that, and I really like how he went out with God Is Love, just because of the tone of the song, and you know I'm a big fan of Leon Bridges, so it was really dope to hear him singing. So yeah, it was cool.
Lowlights, man. I have a few. Good Morning Love. I didn't feel that was a good way to start off the album, and on top of that, I wouldn't have put this song on the album at all. I would have left it at 10 tracks.
Yeah.
That one kind of just took me out of the zone, because when Her Love came on, I was just like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
It's just something about when Common picks these really slow tempos. I'm not hugely a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? Fifth Story was extremely predictable.
Yeah.
I'm talking about it was sloppily laid out. Like, not sloppily written, but the clues were sloppily laid out to where you already knew where everything was headed.
Perfume, the blue hair.
Yeah, as soon as it starts.
Love and hip hop. Like, you know.
I was just like, it's pretty obvious how you laid this out, where this is going. Only thing that was shocking was that she pushed him off the fifth floor. Yeah, that everything else was 100% predictable.
Yeah.
I saw everything coming. It's still a dope song though.
Yeah.
Not taking away from that. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't feel like I'll just leave it at that.
Well, yeah, same here. I didn't feel like Good Morning Love was a great way to start. Like, it really didn't have like that. When you hear a Common album, I feel like he always starts, you know, somewhat to where you get into the album. Like it's not always track 2 or track 3 you get into. You usually in from the first. So I didn't really like that how it started. Fifth Story, it was predictable, and I think it was actually on Fifth Story and Show Me That You. Well, Fifth Story, I didn't appreciate the instrumental outro. I thought it was just a little bit too much. I mean, I like the vibe, don't get me wrong, but I felt like it was more appropriate on Show Me That You Love because of the subject matter we was talking about. And I don't really think this album has a lot of replay value. That's one of my lowlights. It's just like I was amped when I was first listening to it. Like, yo, this is cool. This is really dope. This is a Common album. But the more I listen to it on the third, fourth listen, I'm just like, alright, and I'm not trying to say nothing, bad about Common, but I feel like even some of his albums have a lot of replay value. This is the first album in a minute that I'm just like, I don't know if I'll run this back. Maybe a couple tracks here and there, but that's it.
Final thoughts, man. Look, and this is where I was about to go into. I don't feel like Common's going to pick up a lot of new fans with this project. I feel like this is just going to appease people that are already fans of Common. Like us, like it's some cool songs up here, but like you said, the replay value on here isn't super huge. Like it's almost one of those things where the punchlines and bars aren't really overly challenging. I didn't feel like second time around I heard something amazing that I didn't hear. Yeah. So like it didn't feel like I needed to listen again unless I just really, really like that song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, with that said, Common still has the personality, still flow. You know what I'm saying? And you still feel the love that he has for hip hop. But there's something missing here for me to just push it over the edge. Just like one of the really standout projects of this year.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I feel like that he. Common always gets his message out. He always gets what he wants to say off and everything like that. And I feel like he executed that greatly. But it was just like, for me, it was a lot of like similar sounding beats, similar sounding cadences and everything like that, where it won't, like you said, push over the edge for new fans. But I still feel like Common delivers when it comes to what his subject matter is, the point he wants to get across, the idea of the song, whatnot like that. So I still think he excels in that manner. But as overall for the whole album, it just wasn't all the way there for me.
Final grade. Look at this, man. I'm gonna give it a check, but when I say I'm giving it a check, it's like really close to dash. It's like right there on the borderline. You can tilt it either way, however you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tilt it towards the check. I think it's a cool project. It's got some cool songs up here, some cool features. Not a lot of replay value, but it's still pretty cool. I'll listen to a song or two after this. This isn't even gonna make like my top 10 hip hop albums of the year so far.
Well, I'm gonna have to give a straight dash. I mean, as much as I love Common, this is not the album I would more so recommend. I would recommend certain songs from this album to somebody who might haven't listened to Common or something like that. But as a whole complete package, I don't think it hit the mark. Like I said, I feel like he got the idea across, what he needed to let off his chest. He has some beautiful songs on here, but I just didn't feel like it met the overall oomph.